All right, y'all, we're going to take a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad, diagnose it if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. All right, and BLCS is when the unique CTRL of our Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. And we care about this because this means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere, anywhere on our ad, and everyone else is scrolling on by and we're wasting those impressions. Now, we care about the number of women clicking somewhere on our ad because that means, since they didn't simply scroll on by, that our ad has entered their brain. And we care about that. Our ad has entered their brain because that's the only way they'll ever buy from us. So we got to get our Boudoir Facebook ads into as many women's brains as possible. So it means we got to get this number as high as possible, way, way, way above 6%. Now, unique CTRL under 6% is not normal. It's super common, and everyone accepts it as normal, but it's actually not normal. It's actually the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause are the 3 pre-click mistakes, 3 PCM. We also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So we got our universe building here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Now we also know how to treat this. BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico, and treatment takes about a week. And once treated with Boudoir Pico, actually with Boudoir Pico, we're duplicating the Boudoir Facebook ad. We're treating the duplicated one. We leave the original, treat the duplicated one, run it in parallel, keep whichever one running as the best metrics after a week. And once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment, PCA. So we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes. We achieve pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates or leads to Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Basically, we got our unique CTRL above 6%, and ideally way, way, way higher. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So here's our full universe. BLCA with BLCS caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. That's fine. We treat a Boudoir Pico, takes about a week. We achieve pre-click alignment. We become dominant Boudoir advertisers with Boudoir brain entry boost. And we're saving, dude, a ton of money each month. We're eliminating a ton of wasted ad spend back in our pocket, which we'll see right now. We'll actually see real numbers. So first part, this is my first part of my residency for Boudoir Facebook ad doctor, residency in med school or whatever the progression was. So I found a Boudoir Facebook ad out there in the wild. Unique CTRL 4.3%. So that's under 6%. Well, I took it in the hospital. I tested it and found out unique CTRL was 4.3%. So I knew that BLCS is present. Unique CTRL is under 6%. And so then I duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico. Took about a week, and I got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So way better after Boudoir Pico treatment. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 37% of ad spend every single month. So instead of paying 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, we can eliminate 3,700 bucks every month of that. And we only got to spend 6,300 bucks a month with the new Boudoir Pico treated ad. And in both scenarios, we're getting our ad into the same number of women's brains. But if we're spending way less ad spend, we're pocketing that as a profit. Literally 3,700 bucks a month, or what's that? 60 or no, be something like 40 grand in the first year, and then over the next 12 months. Now, the second part of my residency, finding another one out there in the wild, bringing it to the hospital, testing it. Okay, found out the unique CTRL 1.39%. So it's under 6%, so we know that BLCS is present. So I duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, takes about a week, and got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%. Way better. So we found the original Boudoir Facebook ad is wasting 84% of ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, then they are actually wasting 8,400 bucks a month every single month running that original Boudoir Facebook ad. So instead we can eliminate that, cut that cost, put that back in the Boudoir photographer's pocket, literally $8,400 a month every month, kind of as like a phantom profit. That'd be like 10 grand in the first year. And all we got to do is spend $1,600 a month with the new Boudoir Pico treated ad. And we're getting our ad into the same number of women's brains compared to the original spending 10 grand a month. All right, and finally, also had a patient. His Boudoir Facebook ad unique CTRL was 5.03%. So it's under 6%, so we know that BLCS is present. And uniques, so I duplicated it, treated with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and got the unique CTRL of that Boudoir Facebook ad up to 15.35%. And so we found out his original was wasting 67% of ad spend. It's like, oh no. And then after that, we actually, thinking through, if you spend 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, $6,700 a month is being wasted. So we can eliminate that. He can pocket that every single month. And instead we can run the Boudoir Pico treated ad at $3,300 a month and be as efficient as running the original at 10 grand a month. So he's getting literally like well, if he was spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, he'd be getting basically like an 80K phantom bonus over the next 12 months from not wasting that ad spend money anymore. So from what I've seen, the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. I mean, look at the numbers here, 37%, 84%, 67%. And so, if they're spending 10 grand a month, so the average Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS, if they're spending, 10 grand a month in Boudoir Facebook ads, about 5K every month is being wasted. Like 60 grand over the next year, and that can be eliminated and put back into the business owner's pocket, kind of as like a phantom. So now we're going to check this out. See what we got going here. Going to diagnose to see if we believe it has BLCS, yes or no. So we got the below creative cluster mistake. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is that we actually believe and trusting what Facebook tells us to fill out when we fill out our ads is what we should fill out. The consequence of this, though, is when we do this, way more women scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ad than necessary, pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, contributing to BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. And as a result, more women scrolling by our ad per unit time. Facebook actually makes more money because they can serve more ads per unit time, but we actually spend and waste more money per unit time. Next, looking at the creative, the photo here. All right, we got the, looks like an ad mistake. So the false belief that causes us to make this mistake is that we believe our Boudoir Facebook ads should look like ads, because that's how we've seen Facebook ads. They basically all look like ads. And other Boudoir Facebook ads, they basically all look like ads. So everyone can't be wrong, can they? But that's why every Boudoir Facebook ad I've seen and tested has had BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome, because everyone's making the same mistakes as everyone else. So when we make this mistake, way more women scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ads than necessary, pulls unique CTRL under 6%, and contributes to Boudoir low click syndrome, aka BLCS. And finally, we're going to look at this See More headline, the first 2 3/4 lines, Facebook newsfeed mobile. So, tattooed beauties. So, I think that's your chance. All right. So, we do got some good context here. But the false belief, or the mistake we're making, we're doing the lack of context mistake. We're not. So, the false belief that causes us to make this mistake is we believe we provided enough context to get the right women to click in, and more of them, and more of the wrong women to scroll on by, and helping the meta ad algorithm optimize. But in fact, we did not provide enough context here. So the consequence of this is way more women scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ad than necessary. And as a result, this pulls down unique CTR all, and it actually increases the likelihood that we have BLCS and increase the likelihood our unique CTR all is under 6%. So if you're looking at this diagnosis is yes, I believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome, and has a unique CTR all under 6%. So approximately half its ad spend is being wasted. So I believe approximately half its ad spend is being wasted every single month. So if you're a BLCA with BLCS, so if you're a Boudoir low click advertiser with Boudoir low click syndrome, and your Boudoir Facebook ads have a unique CTR all under 6%, then, well, and you're spending more than 10 grand a month in Boudoir Facebook ads, and you want to save or eliminate approximately 50K of that wasted ad spend each and every month, put that back in your pocket. So on average, that'd be like 5K every single month back in your pocket that you don't have to spend, and like a phantom bonus. And that'd be about 60K over the next 12 months, kind of a 60K phantom bonus. And you decide you want to get this done now. So you want to get this done now so you don't have to, so you literally don't have to keep wasting all that money. And you've decided you want to optimize this part of your business now, pull the money out of your, the leaky bucket in the Facebook ad spend, because you see more and more women entering the market as boudoir photographers every day. Seems like when anyone gets a new phone, throwing up some new Google My Business profile, or when anyone gets a new camera, see some more offers of doing boudoir in the mom Facebook groups. Then, and you want to be on your way to become the #1 boudoir photographer in your city, then shoot me a DM when I open up for new patient intake. New patient intake's closed right now, so my DMs are closed right now. But when I do open up, shoot me a DM and we will see if you qualify.